Neither India nor Pakistan is backing off, each accusing the other of escalating their confrontation, with cross-border attacks and military breaches on the line of control in Kashmir. Pakistan says it shot down 77 Indian drones within 2 days of heavy crossfire. At least 5 civilians have reportedly been killed and a dozen others are injured near the defacto border. Islamabad says it has the right to retaliate after New Delhi carried out strikes following the April 22nd Pahalgam terror attack. Intense shelling also causing destruction across Indian-administered Kashmir. But the Indian army says overnight attacks from Pakistan have been repulsed. India has closed 24 airports, but local media is reporting the suspension on civilian flights may be lifted tomorrow morning. Residents living near the de facto border are scrambling to find refuge. The line of control has become one of the main flashpoints since the conflict escalated this week. And for more, our correspondents Neha, Poonia in New Delhi and Hira, Mustafa in Islamabad. Now they're joining us live. Hira, let's start with you. Talk us through Pakistan's actions to what it says it wants to de-escalate. How effective have they been?
Well, on the diplomatic front, we see Pakistan is closely interacting with China, US, Britain, Russia, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Iran, the crucial regional countries who are friends with both the warring countries, with hope that any viable solution could be found to de-escalate the tensions between India and Pakistan. In the last couple of days, we have seen a flurry of bilateral meetings taking place in Islamabad, in which the Pakistani officials are having one-on-one meeting with the Chinese ambassador, with the Saudi counterpart, and the list continues. And we're just hearing reports that in light of the escalating tensions, international community is pretty much concerned. Therefore, Saudi Arabia's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs has just arrived in Islamabad to help ease the bilateral tensions between India and Pakistan. In regards to this, we also see that Pakistan's foreign minister is also having telephonic conversations with the US counterpart, with UK, to find a way in order to de-escalate the tensions between the two nuclear-armed neighbors. Just a while ago, the spokesperson of Ministry of Foreign Affairs highlighted some important points, and it would be interesting to see that how international community can help easing the tensions. One of them was that he talked about the Indus Water Treaty, a major water sharing agreement. He questioned India's move of unilaterally suspending that, highlighting that there in the treaty no such provision is mentioned that it can be suspended unilaterally. Then also he talked about the Pahalgam terror attack, clearly rejecting India's accusations that are being leveled against Islamabad, that Islamabad was involved in the terror attack that happened in Indian-administered Kashmir. So analysts believe that how rapidly the situation is changing between India and Pakistan, it would be interesting to see that how international players can play their role in bringing these two neighbors on the table of diplomacy.
Neha, let's bring you in. So we heard here saying a great many bilateral discussions, but they are not between India and Pakistan. They're between Pakistan and other international parties. Any signs that they might talk is one question. The other is both sides saying they want to de-escalate, but every sign showing that strikes are continuing. Is India backing down?
India's message has been clear that it's not the escalatory player as far as this latest standoff is concerned. India's clearly said in the press briefing on Thursday and in comments that have come in from various ministries of the government as well, that the ball is in Pakistan's court, that India is a peace-loving nation, but it will not exercise restraint if, its borders and its military installations continue to be attacked. We're seeing now a press briefing by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that's just begun. They're talking about how overnight India had foiled missile and drone attacks that were launched by Pakistan on 3 military bases, saying that no damages were incurred, and India used kinetic and non-kinetic means to shoot down these drones. But, experts have been speaking to say that this is a significant escalation in the sort of conflict that these two countries are engaged in. This is uncharted territory and tells you how they're increasingly reaching a point of no return, even though New Delhi has said that it's Pakistan's choice now whether it wants to climb off this road that's leading to a wider conflict. We've also seen a series of high-level meetings once again on Friday, where the defense ministers met the heads of the armed forces. The Home Minister in charge of internal security has reviewed security along the border areas, as well as security at airports. The government essentially sending a message to various departments to be in a state of readiness, whether that's operational readiness by the armed forces or readiness by civil agencies and departments. We've also seen how the Indian Premier League, a key cricket tournament that was due to only wrap up by the end of this month, has also been paused for a week. So the sense clearly is that this is not the end of the conflict between the two countries. We have also seen India's Foreign Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, speak to the UK Foreign Secretary, where he said the two discussed how there's a need for zero tolerance for terror. So India continuing that message and delivering it in its engagements with world leaders as well.
Oh, thank you. That was Neha, Poonia in New Delhi and Hira, Mustafa in Islamabad.